Okay, let me share my screen. 1 second. Okay. Yes, where is here? Today we're going to talk about surveys and petitions and how to do it immediately on the go. Our agenda. So I will show you how to create surveys in CiviCRM. I'll show you how to reserve respondents in CiviCRM and mobile application. Then I'll show you how to add questions, answers, and create this summary on CiviMobile. We will discuss difference between surveys and petitions in CiviCRM and on CiviMobile. After that, I will provide you with short summary how to create petitions in CiviCRM, because this process is really very similar to surveys. So I'll show just difference and how to manage petitions on CiviMobile. And the last one will be about permissions of how correctly create needed roles and what permissions we should provide for these roles. Okay, let's go to our, I hope you see the screen of, do you see the CRM system? Yeah, okay. So this is our CiviMobile demo website. Yes, I have already logged here like admin. So I have all rights. I have rights to see administer panel here. Because just like admin or just this person who have access to administer menu will have possibility create surveys or petitions in CiviCRM. Yes. So from what we should start? First of all, we should start create needed custom fields. Let me, maybe I'll put here. Okay, sorry. Yes. We need to create needed custom fields. I have done some of them, but I will show you how this process looks. In CiviCRM, if to be honest, create surveys a little bit complex process, but it's doable. So it can be done. If you will see it or do it at first, the next will be much easier for you. Okay, so here, first of all, we create like set of fields, not the one field, the set of them. Let me name them like webinar. So we are going to use them for activities. Yes, I do not yes, and these activities will be used for survey. On this phase, you can use, if that will be survey, it will be canvassing fields. You can use it for work list, for petitions. Yes, so here, for first time, I'll show you how to do this for surveys. Yes. Here we can put information about if that will be displayed initially, is this custom data set will be active or not, so we can see, find it or not, if that will be available for public or not. So all these checkboxes available here. Also here, if we enable it, this information is also for these fields, we can find through advanced search that we have in CiviCRM. Here we can put information about this set of these fields, but I will not add anything. I'll just save this set. Yes, it's saved. And after that, I'm able to add fields. Let me add please rate. I just prepare some question, just to not. Sorry, experience. Here, so we just created a field label, like name of field. We can choose the type of field. Let's choose alphanumeric, and here we will add like select. Yes. Below you see the options for this select. Let it be like excellent. Yes, we can add good. We can add one more option like fair, and let it be like 4. So we added 3 options for our question. Also here we can put some information, some description for this. We can put if that will be like required field or not. And next, if we would be able to use this field for search. So I will not put that this is required, just save. Yes. So I have added one custom field to our set of webinar fields. I will save it. And we can find it here. Yeah. There also exists possibility to preview them, how it will look after that. Yes. And what is next? So we created custom fields. Next things, what we should do, we need to go to custom data and sources and create profile. All these things I already mentioned in my presentation. Yes, I just want to show you in live how it looks. And after our webinar, I provide you with this presentation, and you will see like step by step what should be done to create correctly surveys. Here already created some profiles. I want to reuse some of them, but generally you can use, I will show you just. Generally, you can use this form and create your profile. And for this profile, add needed fields, the set of fields what we have already created. In my case, I want to show you, I will just reuse existing. I want to find, yes, let's be webinar participant survey. Let's use this one. This is settings. I want to show you that I have already profile name added. I added public title, how it will be named. I'm not put it description. Yes. One moment. I need to add some people who are waiting here. Sorry for that. Yes. Also, I can put it for what this profile will be used. Of that, we will add a lot form of directory or in search view, and for Drupal user registration and other things. This is in my case that will be standalone form of directory. Also here we have like additional settings. Wait, I have no, it's here. Yeah. And here you can like limit this profile for specific group of contacts, yes, or create new group of contacts who will see this profile. You can put some notifications, yes, who will be notified about this profile. And there are a lot of options, so you can add a captcha to this profile and other things. So you can play with it. And we are saving it. Yes. Also, we can have possibility to add fields. Here already we have some fields, but I want to add that field I created. That was activity field, yes. And let's please rate something like that. It started. Yes. So this is this field what I created before. That will not be a required field. It will be used visible for user and admins. Okay. So let's save this. Generally, we created our profile. Yes, and added needed fields. Also, we have here possibility to preview it and see how that will look. So this is the name of our survey. Here we see the list of fields. We see the options, what we added before. Yes, for each field. Yes, so in such way it will look. On this step, we can edit settings, so we can edit some specific fields, so we can everything configure. After then, when we created needed fields, when we created needed profile, we are going to our campaign menu, and here we have possibility to create new survey. Yes. Here we just name some survey. Survey. We can connect it with some campaign, for example, for this one. Yes. And here we create activity type. What that will be? That will be survey, canvassing, work list, petition, signature, or other. In our case, this is survey. And here we have some specific limitation. We can put limits for reserved at one time, respondents, yes. Here we can put how many respondents we can add, reserve it per one time also. Yes, we can put how many of them we can release and how often. Yes, and if that will be default or not. And here we are create the main option. So if a contact, what information a contact should fill in before start survey. In our case, we have, this is the same profile things. I just added a new individual profile. I will show you how it looks. So contact, when we'll be providing this survey, he should fill in first name, last name, and email address. And here we choose our questions. Oh, yes, we have our webinar participants survey. This is our questions. This is the same what we have seen before. So we save and done. So here we have possibility to see. I just want to see that I forget to complete one moment, how the results will look. This is on this tab. So here we can create our own result set or use some existing. Let me check, maybe this one we will use. So generally how the results will look. Save and done. Okay, so we filled in all needed things and we can start our survey. What we are doing? Here we're going on the dashboard, looking for surveys. Yes, looking for our survey. Yes, go on a more tab and reserve respondents for this survey. Here we should choose our survey. Yes, and here we can, now I am logged in as administrator. So here by default chosen my profile information, but when I will show you the information how it looks on CiviMobile, there I will be logged in like just staff. So it will be not administrator role. So I want to add, if I remember, Helena Wilson. Yes. So interviewer will be she. And here I have options like search option, whom I want to add, what contacts I want to add. We can use like different, like put a letter and choose 174 contacts. Yes, just put option all and reserve respondents. Yes, also we can use other search option, let it be. So if you want to ask about some, like, or provide survey for some specific contacts who are live on specific street, yes, or who are live in specific city and other things, so like target them more. So we can use the fields for that purposes, or like we provided some event or we provided some webinar, like in our case, yes, and we already have contacts who were registered on this event or webinar, and we already like have group of contacts for whom we want to provide this survey. In this case, like we can choose our group. Let's try this one, yes, and search. So in our case, we have 14 results. So do not worry, it's not use, it's just test users. Yes, and I have chosen all of them and want to reserve them for interview. Okay. Also, this contacts I can add to some group of contacts if they were not there, but we have this contacts already in a group, and we can add them to some existing group. So in our case, there are no need, but generally you can, in this field, you can choose one of existing, and here you can create, just put name, yes, and if needed, some description of that group. So reserve. Okay, so we reserved our contacts. How it looks on CiviCRM. So we are, one more time, we are going to our survey. Yes, put more. And here we can choose interview respondents. We need to choose Helena. Yes, and want to search. And we see contact for reserved to our interview. And in our case, we can provide records of responses about this survey. We can go like one by one contact, or like if you have all this contact in one room, yes, just ask Adam, what are you thinking about this, or about that? Yes, here we have the list of these questions, what you proposed, and here we have answers. So you see how it looks in CiviCRM. If to be honest, it's really very huge. In this case, this is okay because we have just 6 contacts. If you imagine, I don't know, hundreds of contacts, it's really very hard to find someone, yes, or just how to do it. So let me show you how it might look on CiviMobile. Now you should be able to see my mobile phone, and we are going to CiviMobile application. Okay, here I will use connect to our demo website because I just worked with this website, and connect. Just want to show it, I'm not logged in already, yes, and this is like public zone. So here for all unauthorized users. For unauthorized users, on previous webinar, I'll show you events, yes, like public events, what they can see. But here below in menu, yes, you can see also news, yes, some news from your website. And here we have petitions. We added additional link for petitions. This is just for your information. We will come back for these options later, just to show you what can see not authorized user. Here, if I put on this option, I will log in. I will use demo user for these purposes. Yes, so I'm already logged in. I see my calendar. Yes, and here, yes, I'm going to menu, see my profile options. And on this profile options, we have additional things, what we have added in this release. This is petitions and surveys. Let's go to surveys menu. On this screen, we see the list of all available for Helena surveys, what she can provide. Let's find this is the last one, as you see. Also, you can, on this screen, you can use filtering. Yes, I want to show you. You can find needed survey by title or by type. In our case, I created surveys, so let's use this one. So we found it all surveys available for Helena. I just came back, yes, and let's find our. I want to show you. So I chosen this webinar, what we have created on the web, and go to our survey details. So here, interviewer, Helena Wilson. Yes? It looks like I not saved respondents, or let's go to some another, because I didn't save them. This is survey what we have already provided, and I want to show you how this diagram looks. It's really very amazing because I like it. How many interviews already provided and how many planned, many contact planned, like reserved for this survey. And here you can see the title of survey. You can see some description, yes, of this survey. You can see who are interviewer. You can change this information, but when survey already started, you will not be able to do that. Yes, and here you can see that 2 of interviewers already interviewed. Yes, and we have 21. We click on this. Let me Yes, and here you see the list of reserved contacts. Interviewer has possibility to add some of them. You see here the plus. Yes, we can find like some contact A. Yes, let's add this one and reserve this contact. Yes, here, this contact already here. I don't know if you see this one. Yes, we just reserve. Also, if there are a lot of contacts, we can use filtering. This is this icon. Yes, and find needed contact. Let's look for the same one for A. Oh, a lot of them have A. Andrew. Okay, let's be Andrew. Andrew. Done. Yes, and we have 2 contacts with name Andrew. So, and we can start. So here we should like delete. And we will see all of them. Let's start from this Andrew. So our contacts already, like we have information about them in our CRM. Yes, and in this case, all information about them from CRM you can find on the screen. So I can start our survey. Yes, we have questions, we have answers. And going like step by step, question by question, we are asking. We provide some answers. Yes. And on this step, I also can put status. Yes, this is like what excellent. So we have like good speech with Andrew. He answered on all questions, and me like interviewer, I'm satisfied. Yes, and complete. And we see that Andrew, oh, sorry. And we see that Andrew already interviewed. Yeah. So this is like step by step. We take one reserved respondent and ask, fill in answers and save. So this is really very convenient. Previously I showed you how it looks on CiviCRM. Yes, it's really very hard to find someone to fill in this information. It's really very horrible. It's really very big table and so on. On CiviMobile, it looks much easier and much faster in our case. So when we see a summary, that I have already worked with 3 respondents. Okay, so this is like all about, and we see that Andrew already interviewed. Yeah. So this is like step by step. We take one reserved respondent and ask, fill in answers and save. So this is really very convenient. Previously I showed you how it looks on CiviCRM. Yes, it's really very hard to find someone to fill in this information. It's really very horrible. It's really very big table and so on. On CiviMobile, it looks much easier and much faster in our case. So when we see a summary, that I have already worked with 3 respondents. Okay, so this is like all about surveys. Let's go to petitions. Yeah. So for petitions, we should do the same steps. So we should start. So if we do not have already created custom fields, we should start from creating custom fields. Yes. Then we should create profiles in the minister. Only after that we will be able to create needed petition. Oh, sorry, I need to add. The difference between petitions and surveys, just in like publicity. So who will see and who will work with these questions? In our case, yes, survey for already created contact and existed contacts in CiviCRM. Petitions for public. As I shown you before on CiviMobile, you can find petitions on public area for unregistered users, yes, for unauthorized users. Also, these created petitions you can put on your website. Surveys you provided for already known contacts. This is the main difference. But generally, the questions, yes, the fields, what you want to ask or what information you want to gather. In this case, no matter. So you can use the same for petitions or for surveys. So we can create some like we are creating new petition. Yes. We can also, in case of this campaign, like add that we provided petition sum. What contact profile we will use? New individual. It's the most common because here we have like name, surname, and email. Yes, and what activity profile. That as I shown you all these profiles you can create here. Yeah. So we have already some created. I don't know. Let's use fundraising petition. So you can put here thank you page, thank you message. Yes. So this message and will got every contact who will fill in this petition. Yes. And here you configure who will get this email notification, if that will be active or inactive petitions. If that old petition, you just need to go to CiviCRM and put as this petition inactive. Yes, and save. So here you see petition for webinar participants. To edit this, yes, and or add some signatures. So let's check how it looks. And that I have some problems with network. It's too slowly works today, unfortunately. Oh, so let's go. So I'm on my profile. I don't know how. No, it's much better will be in such case. So this is my profile, yes, and I can find petitions here on my profile. Also, I can find it on public zone that I shown you before. The difference between this one and that one will be just in my. Wait, sorry, I should put here. In my, if my information about myself, if will be information filled in or not. If I'm not authorized users, all these fields will be empty. Here, I'm already logged in. My information exists in CRM, and I can, well, let it be this one. I chose as the last. So you see that my profile information will be filled in automatically. And I can start provide answers to this petition. So I put it yes. how much money I can, okay, let's be like here. Next. Too much, okay. And how often does you organize your social media? Here I have options, extremely often, very often, somewhat often. Let's it be like extremely often. Next. And here I see information that I have already completed my petition. This is thank you page. Yeah. And in my petitions, I see here new, what I can fill in, and see completed, what I have already done. So in this case, you see it's really very convenient. Use CiviMobile application, it's much easier and faster as use web version. Also, I want to show you, let's like summarize what, okay, oh, sorry, I just put it this here. Like come back step by step. So how to create surveys. Yes, we are going to administer panel, create custom fields. After that, we should create profiles, and then we're going to campaign menu and create new survey. So we are using campaign dashboards. So there was this menu, new surveys. Here we're going to dashboard surveys. And here we have option how to reserve respondents. After that, we are using needed information. We can change survey, we can choose needed interviewer, and we can use this search option to find needed respondents. And after that, we choose these respondents and reserve. So on CiviMobile, you can find surveys on this menu. Yes, you will see the list of available surveys. You have options to filter them. Yes, you have some kind of summary screen for survey. You can find like more information, some description about this survey, and you can choose the respondents for whom we should interview. For reserved respondents, we can use also filtering and start this interview. The same things with step first and second. So for petitions, so we use profiles, we use custom fields for petitions, yes, and we have options create petition in campaign menu. Petitions we can find for logged in like user, yes, we can find on their like personal dashboard, yes, and you can see it here, or for unauthorized user, it will be available here below on the screen. Yes, you have a petition icon for that purposes. Yes, and we can like start new petition, fill in needed information, or that will be done automatically, and provide your answers to these questions. What is next? Let's talk about needed permissions. In CiviCRM, this is Drupal permissions, but the same we have on WordPress CMS or in Joomla. In Drupal, it's more convenient because here everything like structured, and it's much easier will be to show you how it looks. So what permission should have administer? So the main things like administer CiviCampaign, yes, because petitions and surveys, this is like some parts of campaigns. So this one it's must be for administrator. Yes, CiviCRM, manage CiviCRM, the same. Administrator should have. Also, this point should have your staff. If your staff like manage campaigns and should create these campaigns, reserve respondents, choose interviewers and other things. So this option must have for your staff, absolutely. The same things with option 3, CiviCRM, reserve campaign contacts. So they both must have for your staff. And if you have reserved contacts and you want to release someone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, this option for your staff is for administrator for sure. What about volunteers or people who are not like working in your organization? So you just hire them on temporary base, yes? So you do not provide them all permissions, see, create campaigns or surveys or petitions. Yeah? You just provided them with mobile phone, with login and password, yes, because they are interviewers and want to check other respondents. And they downloaded CiviMobile, logged into your CiviCRM, yes, and will have possibility to see just their reserved contacts. So they will not be able to reserve someone else. So they just will work with this list of or set of contacts who that already provided for them by staff or by administrator. In this case, you should provide them with FIFs. If this is campaign, yes, like petitions and surveys, yes. If this is just GoTV campaigns contacts, this is 6 permissions. And if just contacts, as I mentioned, these contacts will not be registered into your CiviCRM, but they should be able to see your petitions. So anonymous users, you see, must have this checkbox. So sign CiviCRM petitions. So this is needed rights. How this your campaign, survey, and petition management flow might be organized. I put it here some notes and like mentioned what permissions should be per each role. Yes, but this is just my imagine. Yes, in your organization might be done some specific configurations. This is like in general, it's organized. Also, I want to show you how CiviMobile help you optimize the way gathering information on the street. So you have volunteer and they stay on the street and should, I don't know, ask some information about women's rights, let it be, yeah? And before CiviMobile, how they gather? They have some, I don't know, list or some tabs or other things, and they just put this information. Then this information provided to some specific analytic organization. This information there somehow analyzed, optimized, structured, and other things. And all this structured information imported to CiviCRM. So this time period was really very too long. For now, all volunteers have mobile, in general, mobile, Android or iOS. So they have possibility upload CiviMobile application, yes, connect to your website and have access for needed surveys or petitions. So they ask people answer, they fill in information, yes, through the well application, and this information, as I shown, immediately in your CRM system. So now, no time lapse. So it's really very fast process for now. And the main reasons why use CiviMobile application. First of all, mobile application can be done under brand of your organization. So it can be named like not CiviMobile application, or like, I don't know, name of your organization. In our case, like Agiliway, let it be, yeah? Application. And you provide, if you have volunteers, you can, please load this Agiliway application and log in, and you see all surveys there. Okay, that's great. What other things? This is really very easy gather information. So you just fill in information. If you are a political party, so you go and do this canvassing process from one house to another house, going and asking. You just put like check boxes. So it's really very easy. Minimum time lapse. As I mentioned, there are no need to gathering, somehow analyzing this information before this information will be imported to CiviCRM. You can do it in CiviCRM. You can analyze everything, yes? You can, if you provided some survey, yes, and some people told, okay, I am really very interesting, but if they was interesting 3 months ago and they interesting now, so next day you do some, I don't know, mailing for them and they, oh, it's so quickly. I just yesterday talked with your interviewer. So in this case, it's really very fast. Also, as I mentioned, we can create really very flexible role-based access. You need to display what volunteers or what is this interview should see or should be able to do. It's really very easy to validate data in this case. So there will not. So you just divide needed options for answers. You set needed answers, yes, and questions. So there will not be answers, might be yes, or maybe no. So just clear answers, yes, no, or other, or something like that. You set what you want to hear. And it's much easier to validate this data. And I think the main advantage is it's free for download. So you do not need to pay money for downloading in this case. Okay, so thank you very much. Feel free to contact me with questions, with some ideas, what you want to hear next time or next webinar. And maybe you have some ideas what to do next in CiviMobile. So also welcome, because we always ask our clients what important for them, what they want to optimize, or what is really very hard to do through web CiviCRM. Yes, so let's do it on mobile. Wanna go?